Okay, so what are we looking at here?
Okay, we went ahead and took off this clapboard siding so we could get a look at what the condition the logs were in underneath, what kind of notch they used on it, which is a pretty standard dovetail notch.
Yeah.
Still got some of the original chinking in it. This hole you're seeing right here, this was a stone chimney.
Yeah.
And at some point, it was before my time, it was totally taken down.
Yeah.
So when we do restore this, we'll have to rebuild this chimney all the way back up again.
Yeah. Is there any drawings or any renditions of what that would have looked like?
I have not seen one that has. I haven't seen a picture of this with a chimney on it. So I don't know how long ago that thing was pulled off of there.
Well, dating back to when the late 1700s, is that when this?
This was probably 1800 to 1810.
Yeah. Okay.
Because the Tavern House, which is the Pettibone House next door, is older.
Oh, I thought this was the tavern.
This is the Big Tavern.
Okay.
There was 3 of them.
Right.
So this is the third one. But this was the Big Tavern House.
Okay. All right.
This is the one that Lewis stayed in.
William Clark.
Clark stayed in.
Yeah.
And then
Andrew Jackson.
Andrew Jackson. This is where the corn crib incident happened.
Yeah. Where he beat the guy up for criticizing of cuisine.
Yeah. No, he criticized the accommodations.
Oh, okay.
Because this would have had just one big sleeping room with pallets on the floor. And this fella wanted his own private room, so Andrew Jackson gave it to him.
He gave one out in the corn crib.
He gave him the corn crib.
Okay, all right.
We also discovered that this has got some major rot and termite damage over here. You see this whole section into the house is down. Yeah. Which has been termites and rot. So there'll be some. We'll probably replace them about this fall.
Okay. Is the so those logs that we're looking at right here, those are original logs?
Those are original logs.
220 years approximately.
Yes.
Okay. And what kind of wood is that?
Good question. Probably poplar.
Okay. There was big trees around here back then, wasn't there?
Yes, there was.
All right. So is that going to be salvageable?
Yes. This is definitely salvageable. I mean, we're going to have to do some replacing these lower logs. But all these we'll be able to salvage, and of course, the further up you get, the better shape it's going to be.
Is there any kind of seal or coating that you put over top of it to?
You do not. Just try to keep water off of it. So we'll make sure that when we take the plan is to take it back to the way it was when it was built. Right. Which would have been the logs, the chinking, and it would have had a shake roof on it. So that's the plan. We'll make sure that there's a big overhang on this roof to keep the water from splashing back up on it.
Okay. Now this part back here.
Now, even though this is historical, I mean it's got history. It was built much later, and the plan of the Heritage Association is to take it back to just the Tavern House.
Right. So what's there's two additions back here. It looks like there's one addition and then an addition on the addition.
Yes.
So what's the dates of the 2 additions? Ballpark.
Ask me questions like that. I cannot remember dates.
Ballpark.
Can't remember
dates.
Year.
I don't know. I don't need the day. The year. The decade. Do you know the decade?
I'm not sure. I think it's right around turn of the century.
Okay. So about
I mean, it has history, but not as much as Rogers Tavern.
It's not the tavern.
No.
Okay. So we're just looking at the exterior here. Is there anything else that you'd like to point out about the exterior?
No.
Well, you need to build a fireplace and repair some rot on the bottom. It doesn't look like they had a stone barricade between the wood and the.
Well, there is. If you look really close. Yeah. There's a stone.
Okay.
The stone was there, but eventually the grade here got built up.
Oh.
Because you look at it on the other side, it's way off the ground, and the other side's in a lot better condition.
Oh, okay.
If you want to walk around.
Okay, so the termites were able to jump up.
Oh yeah, it's great for termites, great for rot. I mean, it's just.
Yeah. Okay, let's go look. Okay.
You see, this is a lot higher off the ground, so I'm sure that when we take these off, they're going to be in a lot better shape.
Yeah. Okay, so The siding's coming off. It's going to be the original wood finish, and no utilities or anything, right? Just
that's what we've talked about.
Yeah.
That's still, iffy, but the plans have been all along to take it back the way it was in 1800.
Okay, so you're saying this one's ballpark 1800, and this is
probably 1790. Might have been even a little bit earlier.
Okay.
But this is the original Tavern House.
Okay. And this was rented out, right? This is
what we call the Pettibone House now. It's a double house. It's set up into 2 apartments.
Okay. So that one's not going to be restored. It's okay. Not this time.
Not right now.
Yeah. This one's first.
Right.
Okay. All right.
And the reason for the salad luncheon is hopefully we're going to get grants to do this, but grants are never 100%.
Right.
There's always a match. So we need to have money set aside to be able to take care of the match.
Okay. All right. Well, you want to show me the inside?
Sure.
Okay. So what have been the uses of this building since Mr. Rogers is gone?
I mean, after it was no longer the Rogers Tavern, a roadhouse, it just became a single-family residence.
Really? Okay. So this used to be a bar, basically.
This was a bar.
Yeah.
And in talking with Dr. Carol Van West, state historian, he said this was probably one big room down here and one big room up above. And it probably didn't. This is a Victorian staircase. It's not going to be original.
Yeah.
It may have just had a ladder.
Really? Are you gonna leave the staircase?
And that's the hard part.
Yeah.
I mean that so it's possible we can make this thing look like it was when it was built in 1800. But leave the staircase to show the changes that happened to it, in the 1900s.
Okay. So when did when the Heritage Association acquired this?
I do not. That's been a long time.
Okay. But it's been used as a rental property in the past, right?
We used to rent it out to the Kellogg students.
Oh, the medical
students.
Oh, okay. All right. When did that stop?
That probably stopped unmarkable times.
Right.
Probably at least 5 years ago. Probably longer ago than that.
Okay. So since then, that's approximately when the restoration discussion began, I guess, isn't it?
Well, we discussed that when I first got on the Heritage Association a million years ago.
Yeah. I mean, but seriously, you couldn't restore it while people were living here, so you can actually, it's vacant now, you can actually work on it.
Right. Just need the funds.
Okay. Well, show me around.
Like I say, Dr. West seems to think this was one great big room.
Okay. And this doorway right through here.
That would have been going out. That's the end of the building.
Okay.
Of the original building. So you would have had the fireplace there. And then just one big tavern.
Okay, so this was all just one room.
That's what Dr. West seems to think.
Have you ever seen anybody like initials carved in any of the original wood or anything like that?
No, but I mean, this is all paneling, and
yeah.
I mean, when we get down to the logs, we very may well see that. Especially if they were just laying on a pallet on the floor, the guy might have sat there with his knife and carved something in the wall.
Andrew Jackson might have carved his initials in there.
Well, that would be awesome to find out.
I live a very hectic life. I'm not master of my own destiny.
Oh, I understand that. but it was my crab cakes.
So, do you have any idea how much it'll cost to make the Rogers Tavern look like what it used to look like?
I do not have an estimate of cost on that. I really won't. We'll have to do like we did on the Powell Law Office, where we took all the siding off so we could see how many logs are going to have to be replaced. All that. So right now we're just guessing.
Okay, guess. What's your best guesstimate? Not ready to make something public like that?
No, I am not.
6 figures?
Between the demolition and taking it back the way it was in the 1800s, it's probably going to be close to it.
Yeah. All right. And are there grants available for that kind of stuff?
Every now and again, something pops around. I mean, we found a grant for the Powell Law Office.
I know the state historian was here and was interested in the William Clark connection to this property.
Yes.
And have you ever heard any more about his report? How that what effect that might have on potential funding?
Well, we've tied it. Of course, we've tied it in with the Lewis and Clark expedition people, and they're hoping to make a trail of the places where that William Clark went and afterwards, like this place here it is. But this is one of the few buildings that's still standing that any of them ever stayed in.
There's only
according to them, they said like 5.
Yeah,
in the country.
Yeah, because that was a long time ago.
Yeah,
most of that stuff's gone.
Yep.
Okay.
And of course, now the other thing we're going is we're going to do a lighting project here in Crockett Springs Park.
Oh, what project?
Lighting,
yeah.
The like street post lights.
Okay.
Like we have downtown, something like that, to do the walkways.
Yeah, I understand that you guys have you've got issues with the Hale Springs Inn that it needs repairs. Obviously, it's an old place. You have repairs that need to be made at the Depot Museum.
But that's not the Heritage Association, that's the city.
Okay, all right, that's good.
We just ran it.
Okay, then there's this building and the park. So what's the priority list right now?
The maintenance item at the inn, we're having them first. I met with the contractor yesterday, so we're gonna be looking at that pretty daggone quick.
Is it like water seeping through the wall?
Yeah, there's some cracked brick and some rotted wood, and it's 197 years old.
Yeah, almost time for its centennial birthday.
Almost.
Yeah,
we're only 3 years away, or 2 years away. 3 years away.
And then I guess the lighting is probably more feasible than this, isn't it? As far
and we're applying for a grant for that. They may pay for the whole thing.
The lighting and
no, just
the lighting.
Just the lighting. Out
okay,
here.
And then this place, which this project is probably going to require a special grant, isn't it?
Oh yes, and I don't know how long I've been in the Hair Association, 20-some years. That's always been one of my top priorities is to get going here, and I think we made this. I'm starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. We may get there.
I think that the state historian taking interest was probably a big step forward, wasn't it?
It helps a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, having his support is definitely a good thing.